that one out, then another one's going to run about you.
No,
and you'll be like, we got to ditch that, and then we won't have any left.
It's KDWB. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Dave, Jenny, Vaunt, and Bailey on the Dave Ryan Show. Vaunt is back from vacation. The gang is all here.
Yeah, man.
Hope you had a good weekend. Everybody
But I don't know if that's appropriate to do. I think you're not Jamaican, though.
They love it. It's Yaman and Wagwan.
Okay.
What's Wagwan?
If they gave you permission, maybe.
Wagwan, I don't know really what it means, but if I said, Dave, you look good today, they'd be like, Wagwan, man. So it's like I guess like a thank you / a you're cool type of, just like a mutual respect thing.
I'm glad you came back learning a different language.
I did.
That is awesome.
At
Good
least
for
he
you.
doesn't have a full Jamaican accent, because we worked with someone, Dave, who came back with an Irish accent after studying abroad for a few months.
He did. He had an Irish accent. It was crazy. We all had different things going on over the weekend. And Bailey, you want to be in your hoe years? Is that
Okay.
what's
No,
going on?
let me tell you this story. So I went to a housewarming party and I knew 0 people there except for the person whose house it was. And so I was talking to this person whose house it was. His name's Alex. Shout out Alex. And Alex and I were talking, and then this guy came up to like say goodbye to Alex to leave, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna roll out of here." And then he turned to me and he said his name, shook my hand, and I said, "I'm Bailey." And then he walked away. And like as he walked away, I was like, "Oh my god, good," because he was like really good looking. And my friend Alex was like, he's single. And I was like, "What? Really? Wow." And he's like, "Yeah, but he's in his hoe era right now." And I was like, okay, well, I could be in my hoe era right now. Like, why can't we just be in each other's hoe era?
Absolutely. The hoe era is one of the most fun parts of your life.
Well, when was your hoe era, Dave?
When I was in my 20s.
I
feel
never
like-
had that.
Well, that's because you have a girlfriend right now, and you're like in prime hoe era age.
I know, but I've just been a serial monogamous my entire
I was
life.
gonna say, I don't feel like Vaughn gives like hoe era vibes. He's like, you love having your partner and stuff. But Bailey, I'm all for this.
Yeah.
I think that you should link up with this guy, have your hoe eras together.
Yeah, I should reach out to Alex and be like, what's that guy's name? Because I forgot it.
How long ago was this party? Like,
you
it's still valid?
Say that again?
I said, how long ago was this party? Like, would he?
This
Saturday.
weekend.
Yeah,
This
It was,
weekend.
Saturday.
yes, girl, go ahead.
So
Yeah.
just as a male, former male hoe, make it clear to him that you don't need to go to a movie. You don't need to go mini golfing. You don't need to go to Moose Mountain at Mall of America. You just want to come over. And then when you come over, make it very clear that you are there to get it out.
But like Moose Mountain sounds really fun, though.
Well, you're
like,
missing
what if
my
we did
point.
that
You
at the
see,
same time?
this is why you're having what they call a dry spell.
Oh.
Because you put Moose Mountain priority over your hoe era. Now, I'm going to stay out of this one because I should not be giving you advice on how to hook up. I think you'd be able to do it yourself, but you're a little clueless.
What?
Yeah, a little bit clueless.
No.
She's not clueless.
A little
I think
bit.
that you can still have your hoe era and go to Moose Mountain. You can still engage in
Pork Cay.
activities. You just have to be okay with the
listos.
fact that that person might be engaging in activities with other people as well.
That's a good point. Are you okay with that?
He was really good looking.
So if he's really good looking, it's okay that he's hooking up with other people.
I mean, I don't know. I've never talked to him about it. We're not that close.
Yeah, you're going.
Bailey doesn't even know his name, and we're like creating this whole story for them already.
But he was tall and he had like a really nice beard that was like really like well manicured. And he shook my hand, and that's all I was thinking.
Was it a firm handshake?
Yes, it wasn't a floppy handshake.
Yeah.
Thank goodness gracious. And he was wearing this like really nice shirt and these really nice pants, which as he walked away, I was like, "Hey, Alex, is he gay?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, he's not? Oh, well."
And this will be the last we hear of this. And nothing will ever come out of it.
Nothing will
We're going to
happen.
nickname you Moose Mountain. We'll end up going Moose Mountain. Let's do this. Let us do Think Fast. I think Vaunt is hosting. Welcome back, Vaunt. Brought to you by Northern 1 Hour Heating. Let's get started. Here we go. Who's playing whom?
It's Dave versus Bailey.
Dave and Bailey. Let's go, Bailey.
Alrighty, so think fast. We'll start off with, since I just got back from Jersey and Jamaica, this is things you should pack for a trip. I'll give you a letter.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Things you should pack for a trip, starting with the letter F.
Footwear.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
dumb. I wouldn't take it. So I
You wouldn't
say-
take
I
it?
had flip-flops specifically. I'm not going to give that to
I
you.
don't blame
I was
you,
like,
yeah.
freezy pops.
Things you should pack for a trip, starting with the letter M.
Moose Mountain.
Medicine.
Medicine is what I was looking for.
Medicine is good, though. Give that to
It
Dave.
was a little late, but I'll take it. Medicine. All right. Give me something you should pack for a trip that starts with the letter S.
Sandals.
Shaving.
Sandals is good. I'll take
What
that.
did you say?
I don't know. Shaving. I don't know.
I should pack
Jeez.
shaving.
You guys go on trips at all?
No.
Things you should pack for a trip, starting with the letter B.
Band-Aids.
Ooh.
Good, Dave. I would have also accepted bug spray
Oh, better.
or
Yeah.
bathing suit, but
Fair.
yes, that's good. Things you should pack for a trip, starting with the letter T.
Tight end. Tidy whities.
What is wrong with
Oh
you
my
guys?
I don't know.
God.
I literally can't think of
Tie.
anything.
Toothbrush,
I can't
towel.
I can't think of
I should have
anything.
played today.
Did I just come back from vacation or you guys?
Yeah.
I'm in my hoe era. I have no thoughts.
All right, last thing in this round. Things you should pack for a trip, starting with the letter P.
Pads.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a female thing, and I think you should give it to her.
I'll
Yeah.
take it because I might get Title IX if I don't. I was also looking for passport.
Oh.
All right,
Better.
let's move
Yeah, no,
on.
good. Still good.
Let's move on. These are big life events or milestones. I'll give you a letter. Starting with the letter W.
Wedding. Dave, that's a tie.
Judge Jenny.
I think it was Dave.
I
But
low-key
he just
think
said it
was Dave, too.
louder.
Okay. That's what we men do. If
Trash.
we say it louder, we get credit for it. You
I'm going to
know
start
this.
yelling into the microphone here.
I'll yell louder.
You do that anyway. All right, I'll give that to Dave. Milestone or big life event starting with the letter G.
Graduation.
Wow, okay.
Graduation.
Dave, you got it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Bailey, did you say something? No.
What?
Give
What?
it to Bailey.
Cricket.
Give it to Bailey. All right, a big milestone or life event starting with the letter H.
Honeymoon.
Good, Dave.
Oh.
Yes.
Honeymoon. That's what I thought you said.
All right, big milestone or life event that starts with the letter M.
Marriage.
Good.
Yep.
Slay.
I'll take it. A big milestone or life event starting with the letter R.
Retirement.
Ooh, Judge Jenny?
It was such a tie. I can't.
All right, that's a tie. Big milestone or life event that starts with the letter D.
Yeah.
Divorce.
Dave.
Oh,
The
damn it.
death.
Yep. What's
All
the
right.
score? We need to wrap up here in a minute.
Jenny.
need to rush.
5-4, you're winning.
Okay.
Ooh, all right.
Speed round.
Here we
Speed
go.
round.
This round is called Two Name Titles. I will give you like Dave and Jenny, but you give me the blank. Ready?
'Kay.
First one is Laverne and
Shirley.
That was Bailey.
Haha.
That was
5-5. Okay.
Ready? Lilo and
Stitch.
Bailey.
Ooh.
All right. Ramona and
Beezus.
that was Beezus.
Yes, slay.
Did you just win?
That's me. I just won.
Wow.
Good job.
That was
Good job,
good,
Moose
Bailey.
Mountain. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will be right back on KDWB. We're going to do Murder Monday. Steve-O is back, at least on a recording of Steve-O with Murder Monday. If you like true crime, we'll be back 1 hour commercial free. Murder Monday happens next on 101.3 KDWB.
101.3. 101.3.
KDWB from the Custom One Exterior Weather Center.
A warm, sunny, and potentially muggy day ahead of us. It's going to be a high of 82 with some thunderstorms this afternoon. And then tomorrow, some more rain coming in, a high of 79.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need at the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they're guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB-FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeartRadio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Friday, the Paris Olympics begin with the most stunning opening ceremony yet. At sunset, a parade of boats carry Olympic athletes to a celebration at the Eiffel Tower. The opening ceremony, Friday, 7:30, 6:30 Central on NBC and Peacock.
Celebrate National Carpet Cleaning Month with Zero Res. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $129 and get a 4th room free. Plus, take $75 off your air duct cleaning, too. Call Zero Res and ask for that KDWB special, 952-ZERO-RES.
I joined Zigazoo. It's a social media network for kids, and it is so much fun.
I'm having fun watching her have fun because I don't have to think twice about her being on Zigazoo because it's kid-safe, COPPA certified.
I make videos of me singing and drumming.
She can share her creativity, and I don't have to worry about people making mean comments on her videos because there are no comments. Zigazoo is the world's largest social network.
Made just for kids.
So download the Zigazoo app today.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating.
Keep celebrating when you bundle and save with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Ugh. Kitchen ants? Runaway roaches?
A spider? A spider? A spider! Relax. Just use Zevo. Zevo bug sprays use essential oils to eliminate those pests and up to 20 household insects. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spritz the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo. People friendly, bug deadly.
Not sure what to do after a car accident? Don't stall the call. Just call 1-800-ASK-GARY. It's a free accident helpline to get you going in the right direction. Real people, free referrals, anytime, day or night. And tell them Roz sent you.
Febreze. So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
How did you do it? I get that question quite a bit. We see somebody who's lost weight. They look great. You're like, how did you do it? I've really struggled. I've tried it on my own and I can't do it. Or I lost weight and I gained back that plus 5 more pounds. My answer is always the same. Livia Weight Control Centers. That's where I started my success story a few years ago. 20 pounds down, and it's been easy to keep it off with help from Livia's award-winning nutrition program. And right now, you're going to get 50% off, and Livia Medical is now offering $75 instant savings on GLP-1 medications. Dramatic results with semaglutide and tirzepatide. Find out more, 855-GO-LIVIA, or find them online, livia.com. Whatever you need to make that journey a success, it starts with Livia. You get personalized one-on-one support, expert nutrition, and medical support, too. Choose the trusted leaders serving our communities for 15 years. Livia.com, you'll get 50% off their nutrition plan and $75 instant savings on GLP-1. Livia Weight Control Centers.
Who do you want to spend a day boating with? Give them a call right now. Visit yourboatclub.com to book your daily boat rental online today. Make instant memories on the water with your boat club with a boat rental for the best of summer fun. We are your friend with a boat. Visit yourboatclub.com today to book your boat for days of summer fun.
Unbelievably simple internet that keeps you going. Get USI Fiber.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
We've got a stall 394 westbound past Dunwoody on the right shoulder. The Lafayette Freeway, heavy northbound from Plato to 94. 94 slow westbound from Woodbury to Radio with construction. Eastbound 94 delays from Olson Memorial to 394 and eastbound from 35E to the Lafayette Freeway. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2024.
2 guys, 5 rings.
Yes.
One essential podcast for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers host a new podcast that's all about the athletes.
You gotta get your head in the game, as Zac Efron once said.
And the culture.
Not French.
Well,
I have no association with the nation of France. But you did live in Montreal.
Of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to 2 Guys, 5 Rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app, search 2 Guys, 5 Rings, and start listening.
Live from the 60th floor of the Space Needle Studios. It's the Dave Ryan Show on 101.3 KDWB.
KDWB.
Silver Radio.
True crime. The Dave Ryan Show's Murder Monday.
This is Murder Monday, and this is Killing for Things to Be Clean. As humans, are we meant to be monogamous? For some, till death do us part sounds like a really, really long time and can lead to someone getting cold feet. And when you have cold feet and begin to feel that you could be making a mistake, you probably feel trapped, like the walls are coming in around you. You try to disappear. And that's exactly what police thought happened in September of 2009. It was 5 days before the 24-year-old Yale student Annie Lay was to get married. She was 4'11", 90 pounds, first-generation Vietnamese-American growing up in California. She was described as smart, fun-loving, and endlessly energetic. She had crossed the country to attend the University of Rochester to obtain her undergrad, which is where she met her fiancé. She moved on to work on her PhD in pharmacology from Yale University. On the morning of September 8th, 2009, she left her apartment and took Yale Transit to the Sterling Hall of Medicine. She then walked from the hall to another building, where she did her research. She was currently working on a research project involving cancer and diabetes. Annie left her purse, cell phone, credit cards, and cash in her office and entered the research building just after 10 a.m., as documented on footage from the building's security cameras. Later that evening, one of her 5 roommates noticed that she wasn't there. It was 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and they'd called around and no Annie. Right away, school security and police checked the Yale security cameras for any sign of Annie. Investigators watched hours of video from dozens of cameras around the lab building and saw someone matching her in a bright green t-shirt and a brown skirt enter the building, but they never saw her leave. Annie's job at the laboratory was to watch experiments with laboratory mice. Police determined that the best case scenario was that Annie Lay got cold feet and decided to run just days before her wedding, while the other possibility was something much worse. And it was almost ironic that just a few months earlier, Annie Lay had written an article about campus safety called Crime and Safety in New Haven for the Yale Medical School's B magazine. During the first 48 hours, there was no sign of Annie. It was as if Annie had just disappeared into thin air. With 70-plus cameras in and around the research lab, there was no sign of a woman wearing a bright green t-shirt and brown skirt. And then, the day before she was scheduled to be married, while searching one of the laboratories, an officer noticed a ceiling tile a bit out of place. He pushed it up, and inside found a bloody lab coat and clothes. They were Annie's. The following day, which just so happened to be the day that Annie Lay was to be married, cadaver dogs found her decomposing body stuffed upside down inside a wall of the lab. This was never a case of cold feet, but cold-blooded murder. Find out why next on Murder Monday.
You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I said that I am better now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. Oh, I did not believe that it would end, no. Everything came second to the best, oh. You're not even speaking to my friends, no. You knew all my uncles and my aunts, Lord. 20 candles, blow 'em out and open your eyes. We were looking forward to the rest of our lives. Used to keep my picture posted by your bedside. Now I see you dresser with the socks you don't like. And I'm rolling, 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 rolling with my brothers like it's Jonas, Jonas. Drinking Henny and I'm trying to forget, but I can't get it out of my head. You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I said that I am better now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. Oh, I seen you with your other dude. He seemed like he was pretty cool. I was so broken over you. Life it goes on, what can you do? I just wonder what it's gonna take. Another foreign or a bigger change. Because no matter how my life has changed, I keep on looking back on better days. You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I say that I am better now, better you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I say that I am better now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. Whoa.
101.3 KDWB. True crime stories. The Dave Ryan Show's Murder Monday.
24-year-old Annie Lay was set to be married and was last seen walking into a Yale University lab on Tuesday, September 8th, 2009. Over the next few days, police searched high and low, at first speculating that she had cold feet and disappeared. But after reviewing over 70 security cameras, they began to consider that her disappearance may not have been her choice. And then, on the day that she was to marry her college sweetheart, Annie Lay's 4'1" body was found stuffed inside a wall of the university's laboratory. Investigators said the killer had crushed her in there. Annie had been choked to death. The killer then crushed her body in between the walls. And with the discovery of her body, police knew one thing: that the killer had to have also had access to the building. Because like many labs, the lab at Yale University has a series of locked doors. The basement where Lay's body was found was like a maze. It housed animals that were used for experiments and research. And due to the high security measures in the building, authorities and Yale officials maintained that it would be extremely difficult for someone without a Yale ID card to enter the basement's laboratory, where Annie's body was discovered, leading them to focus their investigation on Yale employees and students. Specifically one that seemed to have a problem with Annie. A man that just days before had sent a message to Annie about the mess she had recently left. A man named Ray Clark, who was a lab technician and also custodian for the school. He was not a student. Clark was also known to be hard on students who left the lab dirty, mostly because they were making more work for him. The day following Annie Lay's disappearance, an officer noted seeing Ray Clark moving a box of wipes, which eventually police realized was to hide blood splatter in the room where Yale lab tech Annie Lay was killed. That same officer even saw Ray Clark get down on the floor to scrub a drainage area with scouring pads. Security cards indicate that Clark had suddenly developed an interest in the rooms where she worked, entering the room G13 and G22, where she often worked as much as 11 times a day. It was as if he was stalking, waiting for her to return. Surveillance video from the day that she disappeared showed Clark changing his clothes several times, which police were only able to notice the fact that the drawstrings on his scrubs changed between the time he entered the building to when he left. In March of 2011, Ray Clark pled guilty to the murder of Annie Lay in exchange for a 44-year prison term.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices. By the way, we are on Facebook Live, the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show. We're on video. We got video cameras here in the studio. It looks like we're on the set of Care 11 over there.
Yeah, and the what's it called? The backyard? The patio?
The Care 11 backyard.
Yeah, it's so nice. We can't get that here, but...
It is.
That backyard, wow.
No, it is. That doesn't exist on any other news station.
No, no, it sure doesn't. Anything else about the Care 11 backyard you want to bring up?
I've seen, the tile on the ground.
Yeah.
We're also on YouTube Live, and for people wondering, we're not on the KDWB 101.3 YouTube channel anymore. We're on Dave Ryan Show, so you can find us literally Dave Ryan Show, Facebook, YouTube, OnlyFans.
I'm subscribing right now.
So we're on the Dave Ryan Show
YouTube channel
on YouTube
and Facebook,
but not on 101.3 KDWB.
No. I just thought make it easier. Dave Ryan Show all across the board.
That makes it a whole lot easier. Let's do some dirt. You heard that the president dropped out of the race on Saturday, and we don't get political, so there's really not much more we can say about it. I will say it was interesting that happened on Saturday, 4 or 5-ish in the afternoon, something like that. And then the rest of the night, all of the local news channels like 5 and 11, whatever, they were doing like an hour of coverage on this. And I said, What else do we need to know?
I thought he died. That's how intense the coverage was.
It
There was a
happened
lot of
Saturday?
coverage. Saturday.
I heard about it Sunday.
No, it was yesterday,
I was
Dave.
going to say,
Yesterday.
I didn't hear about it until Sunday.
You're correct.
Oh,
You're
God,
correct,
I was
yeah.
like, was I not on top of it? I didn't hear until Sunday.
No, you're correct. It was just yesterday. And so he basically has endorsed Kamala Harris. And now the speculation is who will be her running mate. But I also think she has to win the nomination.
Yep.
And that might be a sticking point, too. So, but we're not going to get opinionated about anything unless we're talking about nachos. What is the best meat? What's the best protein to go with nachos? Is it chicken?
No, it's beef.
Is it carnitas? Is it beef? Is it ground beef? Is it pulled pork? So that's what we will absolutely argue and die on that hill.
Carnitas.
Pulled pork.
Carnitas.
Pulled pork. Get out of my life.
Pulled pork? That's not even like Mexican food.
Throw steak in there. Why is steak not in the option?
That's a good
Too
point.
chewy. Not for nachos.
I just made nachos last night with chicken and steak, baby.
No.
Yeah, you probably made it like crap, though.
Wow.
At least I can cook.
Well,
At least I made something.
Okay.
Fight,
The
fight,
two of
fight,
you,
fight.
stop it. Shania Twain has teamed up for a duet with Andrea Bocelli, who is an opera
Yes.
singer. Is that right?
Very
yeah, my mom
notorious
loves
opera
him.
singer.
Let's check it out and see what it sounds like. Well, that was boring, but
from this.
I will pick this up with JoJo Siwa celebrating beating out Taylor Swift for most YouTube dislikes. Now, the interesting thing about this is we all agreed earlier when we played this is JoJo's job apparently is to be annoying. Now, Cardi B is also annoying, but we decided in the mix that Cardi B is kind of funny and intelligent. And I don't think that JoJo Siwa is not intelligent, but she's not funny. She's annoying.
Your number one first place overall goes to Karma by JoJo Siwa with an astonishing, record-breaking 3.1 million dislikes.
God, she's like when you see a TikTok and you're like, oh, this is going to be a good story. And then you realize it's 3 minutes long. And so you skip it. That's how I felt listening to that audio clip that was 20 seconds, but
Yep.
it took her way too long to get to the point.
No, it's very true. Katy Perry released that song Woman's World just a week or so
Like
ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
She has called an emergency meeting because the song from her comeback album has been met with a collective meh. They say Katy is freaking out right now. She is very aware of the feedback, but pointing fingers at everybody but herself. This is her own fault. Her inner circle is holding crisis talks and frantic bids to save her album. It's going to be a heavy lift, though. Katy faces valid criticism from two angles. Number one, that she collaborated with Dr. Luke.
Yeah.
But remember, so did Doja Cat. Doja Cat, nobody noticed that Doja Cat collaborated with Dr. Luke.
Oh.
And that this new music sounds unoriginal and formulaic. And I read some criticism about this one, that Katy jumped on the woman power anthem bandwagon and tried to be relevant by jumping on something that was just, it seemed like to a lot of people, an obvious attempt to be relevant.
Sure.
Well, yeah. And I feel like it just to jump on that bandwagon and then work with someone like Dr. Luke.
Good.
It's kind of like, what,
Yes.
where you
They
leaning
cancel
on
each
here?
other out, it seems.
Good point. Let's see what else is going on here. If there's anything good. Twisters was number 1 over the weekend. Despicable Me was number 2. Inside Out at 3. Long Legs at 4. Some people liked Long Legs. Carson and I saw it. I thought it was one of the worst movies that I've ever spent an hour and a half in. And A Quiet Place Day 1. Tell me about the Minnesota Yacht Club Music Festival, because both of y'all went. Jamie and Bailey went over the weekend, and it was really cool to hear. It was Friday and Saturday, so gorgeous weather Friday, gorgeous weather Sunday, and it turned out great.
It was super fun. Bailey and I wanted to meet up, but as soon as we both got inside, we realized that was not going to happen because there was no service. That's like my only complaint about it.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I mean, I didn't stay for much of Atlantis. I wish I would have because I heard she was good.
God,
but Bailey
she
was
was
there
so
for that.
good. She was so good.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys real quick a question of if you think this is rude to do at a concert?
Okay.
So at a festival specifically, people are waiting all day to see their favorite bands. They put like blankets down to get a good spot.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden, You've got kids who are 6 years old on mom and dad's shoulders watching the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who they don't know a single one of their songs, and they're blocking the 10 people behind them's view.
Yes.
I feel personally that that's a little bit rude to do.
There was a grown woman who was on somebody's shoulders for Alanis.
Well, yes, and someone else, like another woman came, I think the mom got on someone's shoulders at one point. And so during snow of Red Hot Chili Peppers, I couldn't see anything because I had 2 kids and a mom blocking my view.
Right.
And luckily, it didn't last very long. And I get it's a music festival, so I probably sound a little bit like a Karen right now.
No,
but
I don't
just
think
feel
so.
like I would feel really bad for the people behind me if I was on someone's shoulder, or if I had a kid on my shoulders for 10 songs in a row.
No, I agree. I feel like in general, people are clueless about what their body is doing, and the world doesn't revolve around them, because even just people standing, people would just walk right in front of me and then just stand there.
Yeah.
And then my friend Lexi was not having it. And she's one of the kinds of people who call people out. She's like, excuse me, you just stood right in front of my friend. And then they would just move. So they'd be like, oops, sorry, well, bye. But yeah, the grown women who are on shoulders, but also, I agree. These kids don't know.
They don't know Red Hot Chili Peppers, and there they are blocking these people who have been waiting hours to see a band that they probably love.
Yeah.
And so I saw a few people getting frustrated. I didn't care that much.
I can only say that as a parent, if you bring your kid to a concert, that's probably not the best idea in the first place. But if you bring your kid, they can't see, and you don't want to hold them the entire time, so you're going to put them up on your shoulders.
Right.
That does suck for everybody behind them, though, but I see both sides of it. But I would also say maybe not bring your 3-year-old, 8-year-old kid to the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert.
Yeah,
but they love the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Do they? Name one
I would
song,
say-
Braden. Name one song, Braden. You don't know any songs.
Right. In other dirt, I did see a movie over the weekend that I want to pass along to you. It's called Vanished into the Night, and it was trending on Netflix. And it's an Italian movie with subtitles in bad English. What do they call it? Translation?
Yeah,
When the-
dubs.
Dubs,
Dubs,
yes,
yeah.
bad English dubs. But it was actually pretty good. But the ending was like, what the F just happened? But if you're looking for a decent movie that's way better than Long Legs, it's called Vanished into the Night.
Did you see Twisters? I thought you said you were going to.
No, we never did. No,
Okay.
we
Well,
didn't go
you'll
to the
see it
theater
eventually.
this weekend. No, probably will. And that is The Dirt on KDWB, brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices. I've got something that I want to run by you guys, and this is an email. We tried to get this person to be on the show, and she wouldn't be on, right,
No,
Jenny?
I think they wanted to remain anonymous.
Okay. I'm going to read this to you, and I'm going to see what you think about this one. Subject line, free drinks and the unwritten rules debate. Let's dive in. Hello. I'm a 33-year-old St. Louis Park resident who enjoys going out on the weekends and oftentimes end up somewhere with alcohol. As a single female, now remember, she's single, she's 33, guys will frequently offer to buy me a drink, which I can afford to buy myself, but also who doesn't enjoy a free drink, right?
Yeah.
I was in a situation yesterday where the guy bought my friend a drink, and then I pulled her away shortly after to dance, and the guy got irritated. She's very shy and timid, had no interest in him, but didn't know how to get out of the situation without being rude, which is what girlfriends are for. That's your wing woman, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like he buys her a drink, and he wants to linger and talk, and she's like, nah, she doesn't want to, so I'm going to pull her onto the dance floor. Guy gets irritated. Let me first put out a disclaimer that as an LGBTQ ally, the examples in my scenarios could be any role, gender, or sexuality. I am not implying any scenarios don't exist, but for the ease of explaining, I will use guy, girl. Okay. Question number 1.
All right.
Obviously, a guy that offers to buy a girl a drink is not entitled to anything. However, is there an unwritten rule that if the drink is accepted, she's obligated to entertain him for a certain period of time and shares her number? So let's start with that one. So let's say we're at a club. Vaughn comes over, doesn't know Bailey, buys Bailey a drink. Bailey accepts said drink.
Okay.
Or sends over a drink. Because
Sure.
you should never bring a woman a drink and give it to her and go, I bought you a drink.
Hey, there's no drugs in this.
Promise you, there's no drugs.
Yeah.
So let's say the server brings Bailey a drink and points over at Vaughn across the bar and says, that handsome young gentleman over there bought you a drink.
And I'll say, which one?
Then he comes over and then he starts to talk to you.
Okay.
Are you obligated for a certain period of time? Discuss.
Well, see, I feel like in that scenario, you're kind of set up for failure, because if somebody just hands you a drink and says, this guy at the end of the bar gave this to you, then you're like, oh, sweet. Which guy? And then you have to find out which one. And then he comes over to talk to you, and he probably is a mouth breather. And I don't know, he's probably like, let me tell you about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, oh, God. But I usually just entertain. I mean, I've never really been bought many drinks in my life, but I would probably entertain the conversation for like 2 minutes, and then I would make an excuse. I'd be like, well.
What if you thought he was cute, though?
Oh, if I thought he was cute, then yeah, I'm going to talk to him.
Okay, but what if you're not interested? Then you're
Right.
obligated for a minute or two.
I would feel obligated because I have a drink in my hand, and then I would say, well, thank you so much for this drink. I've got to run because my friend is pooping in the bathroom, and I got to go help her.
Jenny?
If I wasn't interested, I just wouldn't accept the drink because I wouldn't want to open that door to conversation.
So if you look over at the guy, and if he's really cute, then you're interested. Nothing
Probably,
wrong.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm
If
not
he's
ashamed to say that.
If
Yeah.
he's like my age and sends you a drink, you just don't accept it.
Yeah, I mean, probably not.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I just wouldn't accept it because I do think that there is kind of a common courtesy to at least strike up a little bit of a conversation if you accept a drink from someone. I think that that's just like, you don't owe that person anything, but you at least owe them thank you. Like, what's your name?
I think if you accept the drink,
yeah.
How bad would a guy feel, or a woman, like she said, we'll use guy, girl in the situation. How bad would a guy feel if you send over a drink and she holds her hand up like, no thanks, and the server comes back to you and says, she didn't want you.
Yeah, well, you guys tell me. What would you think?
I would be okay with it. It'd be like, well, you know what? At least she's honest. You know what? She doesn't want any obligation. She's clearly not interested. I don't need to spend any more time on her.
You wouldn't retaliate?
Retaliate?
Well, I hope not.
Oh, gosh, Bailey.
How dare this woman not take my drink?
No.
And then you go throw it in her face.
Yeah,
No.
Okay.
Next one. In general, if a girl knows she's not interested in the guy, but he offers to buy her a drink, is it against the rule to take him up on it if she has no intentions on mingling with him? Does the guy have a right to be upset? So in other words, Bailey, you're not interested in Vaughn. He comes over and says, can I buy you a drink? Is it okay to say sure, even though you know you're not interested in Vaughn?
Yeah, I think it is. I realize I'm probably the minority here, but like if someone's offering me something for free, I'm probably going to take it because then I don't have to pay for my next drink. Like, even if I'm not interested in him, I don't have to marry him in that moment. I'm not like signing up for a lifetime with this man who bought me a drink. So why not just drink it?
Jenny, what about you?
Depends on what level of drunk I'm at that point, probably.
Okay,
like,
gotcha.
if I'm kind of tipsy at that point, I'd probably be like, yeah, whatever, free drink, cool. And then I just like bail on him. But for the most part, I usually would not accept drinks from people if I wasn't interested.
Even not just a drink scenario. Like, let's just say I held the door open for you. It's common courtesy to say thank you. No, you don't owe me like a whole, how was your day? And da-da-da-da. But it's common courtesy to just pretend, let me not even say pretend, to engage in light conversation.
I think the difference is you're not at church, you're at the bar.
Yeah.
And I think at the bar, you were trying to get some ace.
Yeah, you
so
are.
that's your motivation. You're trying to get some ace. She knows you're trying to get some ace. So she knows that the reason you bought her a drink is not because you want to make friends, is because you're trying to hit on somebody. So I think it's different in a bar.
You can't speak for everyone that goes to church. Maybe that's why they're going to church too. To get that ace.
To get that
You might
ace.
be
Sister
right.
Brenda.
You did ace. She goes on to say, Chelsea, she says, personally, as a social butterfly, especially when I'm drinking, I will take somebody up on their offer for the free drink only if I'm interested, but then end up bouncing all over, meeting different people and not even realizing I just got 4 free drinks from different people who are probably very annoyed with me. I'm very curious to hear opinions on how guys view it versus the girls, or typical drink buyer and typical drink recipient. We do have some text messages coming in. I will say, Chelsea, if you go out to a club and 4 different guys buy you drinks, you are hot.
Yeah, she must be
You
hot.
are
you are,
hot,
girl.
because seriously, I think maybe I don't know. I don't know that I've ever bought a drink for somebody, but if you're getting 4 drinks bought for you in one night, that's a hot person.
Yeah, that's a hot person.
That is a hot person.
Never happened to me.
Let's look at some of the text messages. Do not accept the drink if you don't want to talk to the guy. We'll get some phone calls too. Guys suck and they feel like you're interested or owe them. I do think that there is some truth to that. I don't like when people generalize and say guys suck or women are this or whatever, but I get what they're saying.
Yeah.
If a guy at a bar buys you a drink and you accept it, now he feels like you're obligated to give him some of your time.
He's entitled to your time and energy.
Mm-hmm. Another one says via text messages at KDWB1, I would say thank you, but I don't drink if I wasn't interested. But then he's going to see you drinking.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're drinking later, though, lift that drink in the air and nod is another one. So if they're like across the bar, just like give the little hey,
they do in the movies.
Thanks, and then that's the end of it.
But no, it's not the end
Well,
of it.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it would be the end of it, which is why I would not accept it.
You can't speak generally, so I'll ask just both Bailey, Jenny personally. Because there is no obligation. I just feel like there's a common courtesy to just be like, maybe put your intentions out straightforward. Do you guys do that? Or would you do that? Say, hey, if you want the drink, but I'm not looking to pursue this further past this drink. Like, we can sit here, talk, mingle, but I don't want to do anything after that.
No, you wouldn't say that.
What? No,
You wouldn't
not
say
at
that
a
at
bar.
all.
Kill the vibe immediately. Like, yeah, thanks for the drink. I'm not interested in you.
But I'm going to drink this drink.
I was curious about like if women say stuff straight up like that.
I would kind of appreciate the honesty. I would kind of laugh at it. If I think if a woman was funny and bold enough to say, I appreciate the $8 gin and tonic, but I'm not really interested in talking to you, I'd be like, you're a funny bitch.
That's what
you're
I'm saying.
You're not rude. You're a funny bitch. I think that'd be kind of funny. I would respect that girl. That would make me like her even more.
I will say that, since I've been in a relationship for 4.5 years now, I have been out at bars where people have offered to buy me drinks, and I straight up am like, yeah, I've got a boyfriend, thanks so much. And people will still be like, I don't get, it's cool, I'll still get you a drink. Not because they're trying to pursue me, just because we were chatting because we're in a packed bar and we're both trying to get drinks and get the bartender's attention and stuff. So I feel like there are people who are pretty upfront about situations, and people will still buy them drinks, but then you've already said the situation, so you do not owe them anything at that point.
Because women always, people in general, but I know a lot of women that have said I respect guys who are just honest about their intentions and straightforward. But I want to know I want you to text in 53921. Do women do that in back to guys?
What do you mean?
No.
Do what?
Be honest.
Like what you said. You'd respect the woman if she said, hey,
no,
I'm going to take this drink, but
probably not.
I'm not going to talk to you after this drink.
I like this text that says, if they send you a drink, you can take it. If they come up and ask you, then you should refuse the drink unless you're interested. And I totally agree with that. So if I'm talking to a dude, he dances up to me and he's like, hey, you're cute. Can I buy you a drink? And if I'm not interested, I'd say, no, thank you.
No?
Versus somebody sending me a drink, because then it's already been made. It's already been ordered.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, shoot, I got to drink this.
Yeah, but I would also
take it.
I think I'm not a woman, but I'd consider it because at least he had the courage to come up to me himself.
Yeah, except he's probably walking up to all the girls and trying to shoot a shot with everybody.
Text messages. When I was single, this is a text message, I would bump into a guy I liked, and normally they would buy me a drink. I would call it the bump and buy. So you bump into him. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. And be like, I'll buy a drink. Okay,
She's probably
good
hot.
strategy.
That's what.
I think that's it.
She's hot.
If it was a woman that he was not attracted to, he'd be like, dummy ran into me.
Yeah.
What a drunk.
I'd bump into him. I go, so sorry. And he go, Jesus.
Another one, drink etiquette. I went to the bathroom, and a dude bought my girl a drink. She was handed it from her friend, so she didn't know at the time. When I got back from the bathroom, she introduced me to the guy as her boyfriend. The dude looked stunned when he saw me. I had explained to my girlfriend that the dude now thinks he has access. She thought it was just a free drink. How rude. When I dated Julie was so attractive that whenever we went out, other guys would hit on her right in front of me because I was not that attractive and Julie was way out of my league. So an attractive guy would look at me, look at Julie and go, I got this all the time. So, all right, thanks for all the calls on that one. It's time for the Monday Morning Dance Party on 101.3 KDWB.
Oh, it's like that. I'm your dream come true when it's on a platter for you. Then you pull back when I try to make plans more than 2 hours in advance. I slam the door, I ignore, I say no, 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 no more. I got you blocked after this and afterthought. I finally cut you off. I've seen it flying like a feather with you off my mind. Sorting through the memories like whatever, you're a waste of time.
It's the Dave Ryan Show Dance Party on 101.3 KDWB.
my girls. Thunderfall say, well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom.
It's the Dave Ryan Show Dance Party on 101.3 KDWB.
Do they like it or not? I wanna show you up. I wanna show you up. I wanna brag about it. I wanna tie the knot. I wanna show you up. I wanna show you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the hotel road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the hotel road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back. Horse stock is attached. Head is mad and black. Got the bushes black and mad. Riding on a horse. You can whip your horse. I've been in the valley. You ain't been about that Porsche. Now can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Riding on the track. Ain't all in my blood. Cheated on my life. You can go and ask. My life is a movie. We're riding in movies. Cowboy hat from Gucci. Wrangler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the hotel road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the hotel road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Wanna taste this, wanna get you going. Wanna scream, wanna make you run. Wanna taste this, wanna get you going. Wanna scream, wanna make you run.
I had to listen to. You know what? This is what this. I want to tell you the double standard
What do you
in
mean?
this studio right now. The double standard. The two women on the show.
What?
This one and this one, Jenny and Bailey, are judging my pictures on my video. Every year, I take a picture with my daughter Allison. For the last 30 years, we take a picture together in the airplane. And so these two are doing something that Avant and I did this one. We would be called into HR so quickly, but they're both like, yeah, look at this one. You look fat on this one. You look like you weigh 500 pounds in this
Well,
picture.
we say it in a nice way, though.
Is there a nice way to say you look 500 pounds? And then Jenny's like, well, look, you look hot on that one. Oh, yeah, you look good on that one. Oh, the next year's not so good.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, if I came in and there was a picture of Bailey, and I'm like, well, you look good in that one. Oh, not so good in that one.
I mean, do you want to tell me which pictures I look hot in? Because I could probably use some feedback.
It's not
Send
good
me some
feedback.
pictures. Send me some pictures. I'll use a little highlighter and a Post-it note.
Oh, perfect.
And
Okay.
they're like, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, go see what the last year that I looked good
Well, I
was
don't
the
think you have
one.
them
You don't have
labeled.
them listed with the years, so I can't
But
tell.
the one where Allison is holding up her engagement ring.
Yeah.
Well, her wedding ring.
Way
she
before
got
that one.
It was before that.
way before that one.
No. It's like the one before, maybe 2 years before she got engaged.
And
that
what
she's
year was
holding
that, Dave?
2016.
Yeah, well, you were hot in 2016, but then not since 2005, probably before then.
Listen to this. See what I'm saying?
The yellow shirt is your best picture.
It is.
Yellow. Yeah.
You look hot in the yellow shirt one, and she looks like she's 12 or 13.
Look at the picture of her. It is Allison's awkward 11-year-old, 12-year-old face. She's wearing a Broncos jersey, puka shells, and she has braces. And it is the most awkward, gawky 11, 13-year-old girl look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, the Broncos one, it's the year before that is the hot one. So if people are looking out for Allison in the Broncos jersey, fast forward a little bit, and that's your hot year.
The yellow shirt.
Is the yellow shirt the year before Broncos year.
If it makes you feel any better, I think you look ugly in all of them.
Thank you. I needed that. Seriously, why not pile on? Why not just pile on?
I don't have a particular year.
It is, first of all, we're on Facebook Live, the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show. Also on YouTube, Dave Ryan Show.
Yep.
On YouTube. Go check that out. We got cameras all over the studio. You can actually watch this excitement as it happens. And we got tickets right now for something really cool going on tomorrow afternoon here at KDWB. Alex Warren is going to be in the KDWB Sky Room performing just for you. And if you want to go, then we'll get you on the phone right now. 651-989-KDWB. We'll grab an enthusiastic caller or caller number 10, whichever we find first, and get you in with a friend for tomorrow afternoon. Time for the Monday Motivation on KDWB. We'd like to dig up a little something on a Monday, just kind of get you thinking a little bit. I know Mondays are not the easiest day of the week. One thing about Mondays, I really hope that you don't have a career where 5 days out of the week you're unhappy and you're only happy on Saturday and Sunday and you're only happy on Friday night and Saturday night. And then on Sunday night, you get the blues, the Sunday scaries. I really hope that you don't have that in your life. Listen, the only thing I don't like about my job is getting up early. That's really the only thing that I don't like about my job. There's some other little things like, post this and post this and post this. That's not my favorite thing. But for the most part, I'm really happy. And I hope that you have a job, too, that you don't spend 5 days out of the week going, can't wait for the weekend.
Sure.
Monday Motivation on KDWB. Why can't I find it, Jenny? Am I looking at the wrong spot?
It should be on the Monday.
It's Monday Motivation.
Like 3 down.
Right here?
Next to Think Fast.
Okay. All right. I think I found it. Here we go.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Because if you go around waiting for stuff to get easier and
This is a basketball coach, right? This is the basketball coach. Okay, right? This is the basketball coach. Listen to this one. She talks about how we should not wait for things to get easy. Learn how to handle hard. Listen to her speech.
Because if you go around waiting for stuff to get easier in life, it's never going to happen. And then what happens? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I don't know when is it going to be easy for me? Oh, it's easy for other people. It's not. It's hard. And the second we see you handling stuff, handling hard better, what are we going to do? We're going to make it harder. We're going to make it harder. Because we're preparing for you for when you leave here. Not just basketball and life. And if you think life, when you leave college, is going to be all of a sudden get easy because you graduated and you got a degree, it's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. So make yourself a person that handles hard well. Not someone that's waiting for the easy. Because if you have a meaningful pursuit in life, it will never be easy.
I really like that one. As she said, make yourself someone who handles hard well. And I think that if you look back in your life, there have been some times where you have overcome something, a divorce or a child that's had some health problems or breaking your collarbone or whatever it is, or getting kicked out of the U of M or whatever it is that you handled that was hard and you got through it. So I think that's true. We all love to think we can handle hard well. And hard is hard, but there's always going to be hard things in your life. There's never, if you're waiting for your life to get easy, then you're going to be waiting for a really long time.
For forever and ever and ever.
And they also say, don't wait to be happy. People go, well, I'll be happy on Friday. I'll be happy after the holidays. I'll be happy when I turn 21.
Or when I retire.
I'll be happy when I retire. It's like, don't wait until this happens to be happy.
Find ways to be happy every day if possible, even if it's little.
There was another one that I throw this out there once in a while. A friend of mine sent this to me last night in a meme of some sort. And let me find it really quickly. It says, it's from Cosmo Girl on Instagram. The secret to life is always having something to look forward to. I have said that for years. It's in my book. Always have something to look forward to. Even if it's like the leftovers in the fridge for dinner. Even if it's like a cold 7-layer burrito that you got at Taco Bell that you stuck in the fridge.
Nice.
If it's a macadamia nut cookie, or it's a weekend trip, or it's Wisconsin Dells, or it's hooking up later this afternoon when your partner gets home, or before they get home.
Oh.
No.
All right.
With yourself?
With yourself, yeah.
No.
With yourself
With
alone.
the hot neighbor. With the hot neighbor.
The milkman.
Anyway, so always have something to look forward to. That is your Motivational Monday on 101.3 KDWB. Last week, we got into a conversation about what you want them to do with your body when you're dead. And I've got a really cool follow-up, believe it or not, next. Around with a shopping cart and just dump things into the shopping cart with my $1,000 that I'm going to win on this contest, okay? What store are you going to go into? You're going to go into Best Buy, just start dumping things into your shopping cart? Joann Fabric, Hobby Lobby, what Caba, groceries? What are you going to do? Dumping things into your shopping cart, win yourself a $1,000 shopping spree.
I'm going to REI.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
Fancy. I was going to go to Ulta, get some like hair products, skin products, just like, oh, nice.
A little shopping spree at Ulta, wherever you want to go. It's $1,000. You do need to know the keyword, which I have for you right now.
101.3 KDWB and American Building Contractors want to help you win $1,000.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on KDWB.com.
Bonus. That's bonus.
Enter it now at KDWB.com. Okay, go do that bonus on the website KDWB.com and then think about where your shopping spree is going to be. Michael's Take Up Crafting.
Nice. I support it.
Okay, whatever it is you want to do. $1,000 shopping spree on us here from KDWB. The other day, I don't even know how we got talking about this. We get on the weirdest topics sometimes. We were talking about what you want them to do when you're gone. Oh, I know what it was. There was a new service that's over in the St. Croix River Valley. They will take your ashes, and instead of like scattering them around or sticking them in an urn that your grandkids are going to find one day and go, gross, because they will, gross. What do we do with this? They mix you with potting soil, apparently, and plant you with a tree. So you return to nature. We talked about this last week, Vaughn. This is a real thing.
Oh.
And so, and we talked about, well, that sounds kind of cool. But then they said, well, we also, we do pets too. I said, I don't want to be mixed in with anybody's pet.
No.
I'm going to be mixed in with just me. I don't want Sparky or Mittens mixed in with my ashes, growing a tree. Gross.
What if what if you could be mixed in with Josie?
I was going to say your own pet or like random pet?
No, I don't. I think there's something against the laws of nature to mix it with a dog's ashes.
Really?
I don't think it's God's will. So then we started talking about the afterlife and whether you get bored in heaven and things like that. It's like, okay, oh my God, I'm reunited with Susan here in heaven. 15 minutes later, we're kind of on each other's nerves because I was late.
You were late to get to heaven.
Some things never change.
Or her wings are better than my wings, and God likes her better.
Well, that's inevitable.
No. So we got an email that's so interesting, and it's something nobody ever talks about. This is from Erin. She says, I heard your discussion about burial and cremation. I work in a local funeral home in St. Paul. I've always been passionate about good death and people having options. It's a little weird, but okay. Anyway, there's some information for you guys, and there's a bunch of stuff. Here are some different things you can do when you're gone. Full body dispositions. That is burial in a traditional cemetery, and that is what most people think about. And there's like a lot of beautiful cemeteries that are like more like parks, and they have pavilions. They have a guy selling snow cones. Now, I made that part up, but they're very park-like.
Okay.
And then they have natural burial, which is a newer concept, and not every cemetery has it, but it allows you to have an unembalmed body. They wrap you up in a sheet or a wicker casket, and then you get buried like that. No vault, just nature. There's one resurrection in Mendota Heights has a green burial section. They stick you in a picnic basket.
A picnic basket?
Like a sandwich and some celery, and they bury you in a wicker basket.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather be in a wicker basket than just wrapped in a sheet and thrown in a hole.
Yeah, but it's traditional.
What is traditional?
To go down the first one. What is it called? Full body disposition? The regular burial, that's fine. I'm cool with just that.
Another one's called terramation. It is the closest option to being in a forest like Bailey talked about. It is only legal in a handful of states, including Minnesota. It is basically human composting. Your mulch can be returned to your family to plant or donated to a reforestation program. I guess they grind you up. They stick you in like a wood chipper, grind you up. It spits out into
why are you saying that?
A garbage bag. Spits you out into a garbage bag.
Now you're making it like I don't want to do it anymore.
And then they
Don't
give
put
it
me
to
in a
your
wood
family,
chipper.
and then you can like put it in your garden in the backyard.
I mean, I wouldn't mind putting my garden. That sounds awesome. I'm like there to make the tomatoes grow. How cute is that?
These tomatoes taste funny.
Oh, gosh.
Why are these funky?
They're funky. Let's go to cremation. Okay? Let me know if you get bored with this, because I find this really interesting. Traditional flame cremation, that's what most people know. Ashes are mostly bone. It's crushed and then returned to the family to be buried. Most people choose to scatter the ashes. You can scatter them in any public area in Minnesota. Wooded parks, rivers, privately owned properties, you need permission. Another one is alkaline hydrolysis. They basically stick you in, it's instead of ashes and burning, it is it is a chemical cremation. They stick you in a pot,
but
for lack of a better term.
Do you turn into something, or do you just cease? Mulch.
It's like ashes.
Okay.
Then they dry you out, and so you're not burned. You're just kind of like stuck into a pot with like chemicals.
So you're like freeze-dried?
Not really. I don't quite understand.
Listen, I don't know. I'm trying to connect the dots
And then
here.
here are some things to do with your ashes.
Okay.
Bring your urn home and put it on your shelf. This is super common. I don't prefer this option as it leaves the problem for later generations. And because it's true, like grandparents, like 3 generations later, you look at Grandma Emmy and you go, what do we do with Emmy?
I didn't even think about that. Like, what do we do with it? I'm thinking about what if a kid might knock it down off the bookshelf. Or I know it's a TV show, but I saw a TV show. Kids were cleaning their neighbor's house, and they vacuumed up what they thought was dirt in the urn, and then you got to deal with that. No,
that happened in Meet the Parents.
That's a good bit.
Was it? Oh.
The cat, because what's his face?
Fokker.
Gaylord Fokker.
Yes.
Opened the champagne. It hit the ashes on the mantle. The ashes urn fell over, broke open. There's ashes everywhere, and the cat came along and peed in it.
See, no. See, just bury me traditionally. I don't need none of this new age stuff.
Burial. You can bury them in the ground, and then there's different things. You can have it made into like a statue, like Smooth River Rock or whatever.
Okay.
So anyway, thank you, Aaron. We appreciate that.
Didn't they say anything about being shot off into space like Spock?
No, but they did say you can turn into a reef and they'll throw you in the ocean.
Cool.
You can also do diamonds. There are companies that do this one. There's one called Eterniva, and it's not quick and it's not cheap, but they will take your ashes and turn you into a diamond.
Someone texted in, though, about that there's some scam situations out there with the diamond. So just do your research to make sure you get a good company.
Make sure when the diamond comes back, you can kind of see my face in it, because then you'll know it's real.
It's worth nothing.
That's one creepy diamond. Are you smiling or do you look sad?
No, I look, morose.
Morose. Well, you are dead.
Because I'm dead. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that's the end of that conversation. We're not going to talk about death again for a while. Text messages, best conversation ever. Well, I don't know about that.
Another text message, bored.
Should we go back to talking about what we think might be in heaven, like how there might be a little swinger section? What's Dave going to do if, like, Susan's there and she died before him, and then he had another lady back on Earth, and then he gets to heaven, and now he's got two women? Then who does he hang out with?
And whether you get bored in heaven. And this is not meant to be like sacrilegious, because I think that God gave us a rich sense of humor so we can discuss these things.
You guys discussed this last week while I was gone.
Yeah.
You must have been really bored.
No, it was really interesting. Yeah.
People said it was the best conversation they've ever heard. And they were like,
what else people said? Bored.
Bored. All right. We'll be back in a second on KDWB. Don't forget that keyword right now is bonus.
Yep.
BONUS. Text that or go online, KDWB.com, and then take your $1,000 shopping spree wherever you want to go. You got to play the game, though. Go to KDWB.com, enter the keyword bonus, and wait for your phone to ring, because that'll happen within the next hour or so. Jenny's been on Reddit. Jenny, what'd you find on Reddit?
Yeah, this guy, he was turning 40, and he asked his wife for something that his wife decided, no, actually, I want a divorce instead because you asked me for this.
I bet I know what it is. Maybe. We'll find out.
City's number one hit music station.
101.3 KDWB.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Big Sean.
I live the life I deserve.
Camila Cabello. Doja Cat. Dua Lipa. Gwen Stefani. Halsey. Hosier. Keith Urban. New Kids on the Block. Paramore. Shabuzi. The Black Crows. Thomas Rhett. Victoria Monet. And more.
Our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows opening a small business is a great achievement. They offer custom insurance solutions to fit your needs. Get a quote and find why over 1 million small business owners trust them at thehartford.com/smallbusiness.
From the Custom One Exterior Weather Center.
We have a sunny and warm day ahead of us with a high of 82, a chance of some thunderstorms later this afternoon, and then tomorrow we'll see rain, a high of 79.
This report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Deals are on deck at Whole Foods Market. Save on sustainable, wild-caught, fresh Alaska sockeye salmon fillets for just $13.49 per pound, with Prime through July 23rd. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
How did you do it? I get that question quite a bit. We see somebody who's lost weight. They look great. You're like, how did you do it? I've really struggled. I've tried it on my own and I can't do it. Or I lost weight and I gained back that plus 5 more pounds. My answer is always the same. Livia Weight Control Centers. That's where I started my success story a few years ago. 20 pounds down, and it's been easy to keep it off with help from Livia's award-winning nutrition program. And right now, you're going to get 50% off, and Livia Medical is now offering $75 instant savings on GLP-1 medications. Dramatic results with semaglutide and tirzepatide. Find out more, 855-GO-LIVIA, or find them online, livia.com. Whatever you need to make that journey a success, it starts with Livia. You get personalized one-on-one support, expert nutrition, and medical support too. Choose the trusted leader serving our communities for 15 years. Livia.com, you'll get 50% off their nutrition plan and $75 instant savings on GLP-1 Livia Weight Control Centers.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
My name is Carlos Salas. Before enrolling in Rasmussen University, I was a salesperson for 22 years. If you are like me with a lot of previous experience in a different field, what I can tell you is that it can be done. I had 0 nursing experience prior to this, and here we are, 4 months from graduating.
Rasmussen University, nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Minnesota.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or price stopped, opt out. Minimum purchase required. Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid within promotional period. Go to windowappointmentnow.com for full offer details.
Attention homeowners, do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? Fog between the glass? Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's time to replace.
If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. Right now, you can get a free in-home consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen. Plus, buy one window or door, get one 50% off.
Just text STACK to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or doors for no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months.
That's right. You don't pay a dime for 12 months. Buy one window or door, get one 50% off. Hurry. This incredible offer is only in July.
Don't wait. Text STACK to 200-300. Text the word STACK to 200-300. STACK to 200-300.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Does your insurance company want you to settle fast? Pump the brakes, hold the phone, and call 1-800-ASK-GARY. It's a free accident helpline with your best interest in mind. Don't settle fast for less. Call 1-800-ASK-GARY and tell them Ross sent you.
Bedroom too hot? Basement too cold? A Bryant mini split system is the perfect solution for room-by-room comfort control without the headache of a major renovation. As you look for ways to maximize your space, your local Bryant dealer can provide you with a customizable solution to meet your needs. And be sure to ask about the Bryant ductless heating and cooling systems. To find your local Bryant dealer, go to Bryant.com. That's Bryant.com. Bryant, whatever it takes. Official heating and cooling company of the Minnesota Wild.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RIDE for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RIDE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RIDE.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 169 northbound from Highway 101 to 494. On Highway 10, it's slow eastbound approaching 35W. The Lafayette Freeway is slow northbound from Plato to 94. Highway 610, heavy with construction westbound at the Mississippi River Bridge. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Party City.
Don't miss the Party City Summer Wing Sale on now in stores and online. Score big on thousands of items priced from 25, 50 cents, $1, $3 and up. Supplies for birthday, summer, holiday, Halloween, any day. Hurry to your nearby Party City store. While supplies last, selection varies by store. Restrictions apply.
The final countdown begins. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Wake up with the Dave Ryan Show in your living room. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. 101.3 KDWB.
Jenny's been on Reddit. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to mention this one. Every fall, we do Roger's Rescue Ride, and it's going to be September 14th. This is a motorcycle ride. I am privileged to get to lead the motorcycle ride, although I am known to miss a turn here and there. But we'll start over at the dealership over in St. Paul, the St. Paul Harley dealership. We'll go over to Wisconsin. We'll ride through the hills and the twisty turnies, as we bikers like to call it. We'll stop. We'll get a little bit of lunch. It's all to raise money for homeless pets and dogs and cats. And the website, I'll be honest with you, the website is a handful. It's pauseforpausemn.org. PAUSE, then the number 4, pause like a cat's paw, so pause for pause, mn.org. Go, yeah, I know. They know it too. It's a clunky website, but it's a great cause and it's a great ride. And if you go to that website, pauseforpausemn.org, and click on events, and then you scroll down and you sign up for Roger's Rescue Ride. And it's going to be September 14th. I would invite you to come along and ride bitch, but I think that'll probably be Susan on the back of the motorcycle.
What did you just call me?
That's what you call it on the back of a motorcycle. You call it ride bitch.
I know.
I didn't know that. I would have been like, I guess I'm your bitch.
Ride, comma, bitch.
Pauseforpausemn.org. Click on the events and get signed up. Roger's Rescue Ride. And it's always a great time. I just want you to hold it open for September 14th. Jenny is doing something really cool, too.
Well, yeah, coming up this Saturday, I will be working with the Salvation Army for Down for the Challenge, and we're going to be rappelling down the Omni Viking Lakes Hotel in Egan. And so you can join my team if you like. It's on downforthechallenge.com. There's a team register link. You hit Jenny KDWB, and then you want to put in the promo code Jenny24 so you don't have to pay that registration fee. But if you join my team and you help raise money, you have to raise $500. But you get to rappel down a building with me. And just think about the fun photo ops and videos and stuff. You can put together a cool like Instagram reel if you want. And I think everyone will be jealous. Like, wow, you did the coolest thing ever this summer.
Sure, yeah.
What did I do? Go to the beach? Boring. I helped raise money for the Salvation Army. And so, yeah, just trying to do, Dave and I are out here trying to do good things for the community. Vaughn and Bailey, what are you guys doing?
I'm new, so I don't really have
Okay, good. Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah.
To be fair, she does have that excuse. But
I just got back from vacation. I did something for myself.
how about you join my team then, and you try to raise money, and then you can come rappel with me on Saturday.
I want to get one of those hats that has like the camera right here, so that way you can see like everything happen. I can relive it later. That sounds cool.
I think they actually put that on your helmet. I'm not positive,
I
but
think that they do too.
You're going to watch yourself panic from up close.
I was going to say, I don't need to see that footage personally, but I'll take the photo of me where I smile for 0.2 seconds, and I'm like, all right, get my picture quick, and then I can go back to being nervous.
Before you poop yourself. No, it really is cool. I mean, seriously, if you want a little adventure, it's kind of like going on Power Tower. It is 100% completely safe with a little element of impending death. There's a little bit of element of impending death, but it's perfectly safe.
Yeah.
And I love stuff like that. I would go. I can't make it that day, but that is super cool.
Yeah.
I've done it before, and if you want to rappel and do something really cool and memorable, live your life. I mean, you won't remember in a year, you won't remember what you watched on Netflix that day.
No.
But you will absolutely remember forever going down the side of the building.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
I
Bring
feel
your kids out and let them watch mom do this.
I know, seriously, how cool would you be? Such a cool mom. You'd be like, watch me, I'm a spy today as I rappel down this building.
Where do you sign up anyway?
You go to downforthechallenge.com, and there's just a team register tab right at the top. Once again, put in the promo code Jenny24 though, so then you don't have to pay that registration fee.
Downforthechallenge.com. And then what do I click on? I wasn't listening.
Team register.
Team register.
Then you click my name,
Jenny.
Team Jenny KDWB.
Okay.
You'll see my pretty picture on there if you're not sure which one it is. And then, Jenny24 for the promo code.
Very cool. Go do that. Live your life.
Uh-oh. Jenny's been on Reddit.
So this woman's all hyped. She's ready to celebrate her husband's big 40th birthday. And she's chatting with him. And she's like, what do you want for your birthday this year? And he asked if they could do something crazy. What do you think he suggested?
Well, I guessed it correctly, so I don't want to blow it.
Yeah, but Bailey also guessed it. She can't say it on the radio what it was, but it involves
ENIL.
E?
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
ENIL. Yeah, that's my cousin's name, Enel. My cousin Enel.
Yeah, I love.
Enel Ryan.
Personally, I've met your cousin Enel before.
Yeah.
Not a big fan. But some people.
Wait a second. Did you just admit something on the radio that you met my cousin Enel? Now look at her turn red. Look at her turn red.
Is
Jenny's turning redder and redder
Can
and
you
redder.
not point it
met
out?
my
You
cousin
make it
Enel.
worse.
I want to know, is cousin Enel related to Aunt Flo? Like, do you think they're related?
Oh, no. It just depends. You have to.
That's a good
You have
question.
to bring cousin Enel a couple drinks first, and then.
This is the best conversation we've ever had.
All right, we're moving on.
Have to bring cousin Enel a few drinks first.
Okay.
Look at her turn
We're
red. If
Can
you're
we get back to my Reddit story?
Watch on the webcam. Watch on the webcam. Jenny looks like a tomato right now. Wow.
So no, this woman did not meet cousin Enel, but her husband did suggest that they have a threesome for his 40th birthday. He did, however, say you can choose the other woman. So how nice of him,
Yeah,
so very kind of him.
Great, yeah.
Well, so this came absolutely out of nowhere. They've never talked about things like this before. So she started crying and basically immediately asked him for a divorce. Like, there was no conversation. It was like, nope, I didn't know you felt that way. I didn't know you wanted to, like, have other women involved or be, like, sleeping with other people. At this point, I just birthed your children. They have, like, a 1 and 5-year-old, she said. Like, pretty recently birthed a child for him. And now she's upset, and she asked him for a divorce. So she's wondering if she's a jerk because she kind of just, like, really jumped to the conclusion of, I want to divorce you versus, like...
I think that, I don't know, but I would say that he was a little bit out of touch with her desires, needs, things like that, her preferences. Because if you just bring up a threesome and you don't know that she is absolutely 100% going to be offended, then you're out of touch with her sexuality. So I don't think that she was a jerk, but yeah. I don't know.
It makes her think that you were thinking about doing other things with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think, though, to not, like, at least kind of give them a conversation of, like, well, why do you feel like this should be happening? Like, are you unhappy with something else in our marriage instead of, like, jumping right to divorce? I do feel like I don't feel bad for him. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like maybe a longer conversation could have happened versus her just being like, nope, I
like
want a
the
divorce.
part where he says, you get to pick the woman. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, oh, really? Like, I have a handful of women that I know that I would just love to jump into this and hook
Let me
up
get
with
my
you.
list out.
Got a roster.
All right. What do you think? Are there any thoughts on this one? Let me know. Send me a text at KDWB1. I do have a text that says this is better than the cremation death talk. So, cousin Enel.
Jenny's met her, and
gotta get cousin Enel a couple of drinks first.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back on KWB with You Can't Make This Stuff Up. Don't forget that keyword this hour is bonus for $1,000 on KDWB.com. Good luck.
101.3 KDWB and American Building Contractors want to help you win $1,000.
I would spend the $1,000 on a new phone.
I could finally take a vacation.
I need a new kayak for Tonka.
Listen weekdays for your chance to win $1,000.
I would get the most expensive steak dinner in the Twin Cities.
It's really easy to win. You just go on KDWB.com, enter the keyword, get a call, win the $1,000.
Pay your bills on 101.3 KDWB.
American Building Contractors is Minnesota's go-to for roofing and siding replacements since 1998. They're the experts for new roofs and windows, siding and gutters. ABCWillHelp.com.
It's not just a house, it's your home. ABCWillHelp.com.
From the Custom One Exterior Weather Center.
A warm, sunny, and potentially muggy day ahead of us. It's going to be a high of 82 with some thunderstorms this afternoon. And then tomorrow, some more rain coming in, a high of 79.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Hey, Steve Ryan, I am going to start a support group for people like me who have tried renting one of those rug monster cleaning machines at the grocery store and just had a horrible experience. We'll sit around and tell our sob stories and have coffee. But here's some good news. The month of July is National Carpet Cleaning Month, and because of that, and it's the month of the 4th, Zero Res is offering 3 rooms, Zero Resified, starting at just $129, and you get a 4th room for free. It's also a perfect time of the year to get those air ducts cleaned with $75 off, and ask Zero Res about their cleaning your dryer vent too. Yes, that's important. We got in-laws coming. We got to get the house clean, guest room clean, hallways clean. Zero Res is going to take care of it. Call them at 952 Zero Res or find them online at zeroresminnesota.com and ask for the KDWB special. Very important. Spell it backward or forward. It spells the same. It's Zero Res.
Northern 1 hour, Northern Ben Franklin, Northern Mr. Sparky.
The Unclogginator.
Get it now.
You guys know we have something better than the Unclogginator.
What can be better than clog-free for life?
The Comfort Club Plus.
Tracy, he does have a point.
I sense a big brainer.
Northern's Comfort Club Plus members get free drain cleanings plus electric system sapifications plus Northern heat and air restorations plus front of the line VIP service plus discounts and deals. Plus,
you could go on and on.
It's the power of Northern 1 hour, Northern Ben Franklin, and Northern Mr. Sparky in one.
You left out the best part.
Oh?
It saves you at least $60 to $120 a month or more.
And it only costs $20.
I see your point.
It's a disservice not to tell people about it.
The Comfort Club Plus, only at
Northern 1 hour, Northern Ben Franklin, Northern Mr. Sparky.com.
Ask about it when you call.
Do it now.
Plus.
Febreze.
So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Friday, the Paris Olympics begin with the most stunning opening ceremony yet. At sunset, a parade of boats carry Olympic athletes to a celebration at the Eiffel Tower. The opening ceremony, Friday, 7:30, 6:30 Central on NBC and Peacock.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's Fallon. Have you been injured in a car or motorcycle accident? Get Nicolay, Minnesota's award-winning accident and injury lawyers. With offices across Minnesota and Wisconsin, insurance companies fear the flannel. NicolayLaw.com.
Your drains work hard, but your home can suffer damage even from small clogs, causing odors and backing up your sinks, tubs, and toilets. Mr. Rooter has you covered with an extra $100 off drain cleaning services. Contact Mr. Rooter Plumbing today. We're here to help when you need it.
Wake up. It's time for unboring breakfast with Taco John's Boulder Breakfast Menu. Like burritos packed with fluffy eggs, hot potato olays, crispy bacon, or savory sausage. The Boulder Breakfast Menu. Only at Taco John's.
Aren't you worried Max might run off?
He's safe. We installed invisible fence. See a special collar?
So he can roam freely but won't leave the yard?
Exactly. And it was so easy. Invisible Fence installed everything and even sent out an expert to train Max.
I need Invisible Fence for Roxy.
Go to invisiblefence.com to get started today, absolutely risk-free. Give your pet freedom and safety. Go to invisiblefence.com right now and schedule your free consultation. Go to invisiblefence.com. That's invisiblefence.com.
Anytime is snack time at Holiday. Try our new taquitos, battered and baked flour tortillas filled with bold, flavorful ingredients like seasoned ground beef and melty queso in our spicy queso beef taquito. Or Holiday's bacon, egg, and cheese taquito with diced egg, crispy bacon, onions, tomatoes, chilies, and melted cheese. They're hot, melty, and easy to grab and go, so grab 2 for under $5. Plus, fountain drinks up to extra large are still only 79 cents because anytime is snack time, only at Holiday.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery.
We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job right. When you get Duralast pads and rotors together, you'll save 15%. It's just part of what makes us America's #1 brakes destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
On 94, we have construction delays westbound from Manning to Radio. 94 slow westbound from Cedar Avenue to Hennepin-Lyndale. 94 eastbound with delays from Plymouth to Hennepin-Lyndale and construction delays eastbound from 694 to Radio Drive. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff up. 2, 3, 4.
It is brought to you by WhiteBearMitsubishi.com. Let's get started. Coca-Cola has been wildly popular for over 100 years, so it probably doesn't need a TikTok hack to, quote, improve it. But 2 women are going viral for sharing their so-called fluffy Coke, which is a spin on the previous Coca-Cola and cream trends of dirty soda and Pilk, where it's simple. You take a cup and you slather marshmallow fluff all around the inside, add ice, pour a can of Coke inside, and drink it through a straw. The straw is important because you will want to avoid a fluffy mustache.
Okay.
And you need to use the straw to scrape the fluff off the sides of the cup. It apparently works with other sodas, too, including Dr. Pepper. And remember, you need to use marshmallow fluff, not marshmallow cream. Marshmallow fluff, not marshmallow cream.
Honestly, that sounds delicious.
I honestly didn't know that there was a difference.
Me neither.
Okay.
I also have never heard the word Pilk in my life, so I Googled that, and it's Pepsi and milk.
Yeah, milk and Pepsi, yeah. It was
that
a
sounds
thing.
so gross.
Back when I was a kid, it was kind of a thing once in a while. Also, Dr. Pepper, they used to sell it like hot, and they tried to to catch on at like football games and things like that, like hot coffee or hot chocolate. And I remember we were in an Air Force football game one time when I was a kid, and there was a guy with a thermal pack on his back walking around, hot Dr. Pepper, hot Dr. Pepper. And so somebody that I was with bought some hot Dr. Pepper. So they had a little like a garden hose, and they would spray it into a cup. And then he sold it to the guy, my friend, and he goes, the vendor goes, is it hot? And he goes, it's lukewarm. And I swear this happened. The vendor walked off going, lukewarm Dr. Pepper, lukewarm Dr. Pepper. And even as an 8-year-old, I was like, what a dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, I would try hot Dr. Pepper because it's spices. So it's kind of like a tea, sort of, I guess.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because we are only 3 days away from pumpkin spice season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was like, it seems so early.
Bring it to
I was
me.
in Shields yesterday down at Eden Prairie Center, and they already had Halloween stuff coming in. Yeah. Yeah.
Summerween.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Well, no, I'm not thrilled about it. I mean, I do love me some pumpkin spice, and Holiday has the greatest pumpkin spice latte, let's be honest.
Holiday Station stores?
Yeah, Holiday Station stores.
They have super good lattes. You can also get their Celsius, buy 2, get 1 free, but they have really good iced coffee as well. And I know you might not think right off the bat that you want to go to Holiday for iced coffee, but you should try their iced coffee too.
It's actually really good. Really good.
Well, good to know.
But I don't support Halloween things happening in July.
It's too early. It's like planning your funeral when you're still in college. Okay?
Yeah.
Just let it go.
That seems like a stretch, but I'll support you in it.
Okay, thanks. Katy Perry is freaking out. We will tell you why Katy Perry is freaking out, and it's kind of justified, too. She cannot catch a break. We'll cover all that and more on Dave's Dirt coming up next on KDWB. Keyword, go online, enter the keyword bonus on KDWB.com to win your $1,000. Good luck. Bonus on KDWB.com. Went to Eden Prairie Center yesterday, and I found the most amazing creation of technology I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
It is a cotton candy making machine that you put your credit card into. You pick your design, you pick your flavor, and it sits there, and you watch through a window, and it makes. We chose a flower because we have the girls, and they're 3 and they're 1. And we said, which one do you want? I want a flower. So it will make you a cotton candy with colors, and it will actually put little indentations that it looks like a petal, and you watch it make this cotton candy. It was a miracle of modern technology.
Wow.
I've never seen it before. It's right by Potbelly when you walk into Eden Prairie Center.
How much do you think that machine costs?
It's $15,000. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
I thought you were getting into the fact that you bought this machine for a second, and I was like, where are we going with this?
No, it is $8 to get a cotton candy stick, and it's a generous amount of cotton candy.
Yeah.
But it was super cool. And I didn't get paid. I didn't get a freebie. Anything I mention like this, trust me, we don't get free stuff. And if we do, we tell you about it. But I spent $8 on it. It was really cool. If you go anywhere near Eden Prairie Center and you got little kids, go by the Potbelly store, Potbelly restaurant, walk over to the cotton candy machine. It was super cool.
I just Googled it. All you really have to Google is cotton candy vending machine, and it looks dope. It looks really cool. And it's like bright pink and blue and gorgeous, and it has all these different pictures that you can put on it.
Well, the problem was the 2 girls, again, 1 and 3, got the most obnoxious sugar buzz where all they wanted to do was scream and fight.
Are they only 1 and 3 still?
What they're almost 2 and 4.
God,
I mean,
thought that they were
a
older
month
than that.
away from 2 and 4.
Sure.
But they were screaming. Who could scream louder?
And it's not just screaming, it's screeching. It's like bang.
Absolutely.
The worst sound.
So, but then Jenny also had the kids and took them to a
didn't.
candy store because, kids love sweets.
They love sweets. And we told them that if they behaved at Lumberjack Days yesterday in Stillwater, that we would take them to Candyland afterwards. So we did because they were
Which is the
good.
candy store right on Main Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Andrew was more excited, to be honest, than the kids were. As he walked in, he started immediately being like, I'll have 5 of those. I'll have 2 of those. But we got them a bunch of candy. We get home yesterday, here and there, we'd let them have some, but we were also like, you got to eat dinner, And then in the evening, Andrew and I basically ate all the candy ourselves as we watched House of the Dragon.
My girl.
I was going to send them home with candy back to Wisconsin today as they left.
Nope.
And instead, Andrew and I ate pretty much everything.
That is too fun. Well, you can't let the kids have too much candy because it gets sugar buzz.
That's what I'm saying. And
you get too hyped up.
I already got them like a funnel cake with fruity pebbles on them and some blue raspberry icy thing. They were already hopped up on sugar. They didn't need any more. That was for us.
I get it. We had the same problem because we took them to Dairy Queen and got them like a blizzard, a little mini blizzard for each of them, and then the cotton candy. So anyway, load the kids up on sugar.
Yeah, dang.
I get to give mine back to Al. Actually, last night they spent the night, so we had to wean them off of the sugar buzz and make them eat tater tot hot dish, which we had last night.
Ooh, yummy.
Did you bring leftovers today?
No, it is Carson's favorite is tater tot hot dish, and he's going back to L.A. like right now. He's at the airport flying back to L.A. So
he's taking it back with him?
He's got it in his suitcase. Let's do Dave's Dirt on KDWB. The keyword again this hour is bonus. I want you to win the $1,000, so go on KDWB.com and enter that keyword. Good luck.
Because you can't look at TMZ while you're driving. That's why there's Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
A lot of stuff to cover. You already know about the president dropping out of the presidential race, so we won't really cover that one. But I will talk about how Sean Kingston and his mom could be going to prison. You hear about this?
Whoa.
We've talked about this a little bit. A press release from the DA's office in Florida said that he could be going to prison along with his mom for 20 years per count of wire fraud and 5 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. I'm not sure exactly, but I'll dive in a little bit. They say that him and his mom fraudulently obtained more than $1 million in property. His mom acted as an accomplice in a scheme to defraud sellers of high-end specialty vehicles, jewelry, and other goods. What a shame. It's like, you know what? I know he had one hit. He's probably still making enough to live on after having a couple of hits, and he could tour or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But he decided to be like a criminal instead.
With his mom.
Yeah, with his mom.
With his mom.
Makes it worse.
So if you had to do crime with anyone, your mom's the one that's going to do it with you.
I don't think so.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my mom would.
Yeah, I don't think my
That's
mom would.
love. Ah, so sweet.
Be like, Mom, I got to do crime. She'd be like, all right, where do you need me and when?
The Olympics start this Friday, and the Japan Gymnastics Association banished the national champion from the Olympic squad because she was smoking and drinking. The Japanese gymnast had built confidence during camp that they would win the medal in team competition, and she was smoking and drinking. I don't know if they caught it on
Smoking
video.
what? Cigarettes?
Just cigarettes, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so she had to drop out and apologize for smoking and drinking. Here in America, it's like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm not telling.
Right, can I have some?
Katy Perry's in big trouble. She's called an emergency meeting. The first single, Woman's World, from the comeback album has been met with a collective, meh. We played it last week, and we kind of liked it, but I did think that it was pandering a little bit, jumping on the woman power bandwagon. And then I thought maybe I'm the only one that thinks that, so I shut my mouth. But then I read some articles online that said, yeah, she's trying to become relevant by jumping on with a song that's brashly called Woman's World. It was too transparent what she was trying to do. Then she worked with Dr. Luke, who is an alleged sexual predator.
Yeah, it's just a little, I don't know. I feel like they go against each other, so it's kind of hard to be super hyped about it as a women's empowerment song.
Well, yeah. And I think that Katy Perry, I think that people just kind of don't want her to come back. And I don't know why. Why do you think that people just don't want her to come back? Because we love a comeback.
I don't know, because I also liked her when she was at Jingle Ball last time.
Yeah.
She was super friendly and kind and stuff. She looked into Dave's eyes, and it looked like she was falling in love with him as he interviewed her.
There's a picture of her looking at me like, I just love you. I don't know why. I think it was a moment. I don't know. Maybe she was gassy.
I took that picture, and she was like just so entranced by your interview. You're just such a good interviewer.
I was doing a magic trick, wasn't I?
No, I don't think you were at that point. I think you guys were just talking at that point.
Not at that point. That's when her lovey eyes turned to like, oh, God. Yeah, is when you start doing magic.
Ryan Reynolds wants to use Madonna's Like a Prayer in a new movie. So he met with Madonna personally. To get Madonna's permission to use this song in a movie.
We showed Madonna the sequence where Like a Prayer would be used, and
it's also, let's preface it with, Madonna doesn't just license the song.
That song
has not been licensed, so it was a big deal to ask for it, and certainly a bigger deal to use it. So yeah, we went over and met with her and showed her how it was being used, and
she had only one note, and it was a great note, and it made the sequence better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You know how she's dating that young guy?
Madonna is?
Yeah. She's dating some very young guy, and I saw a TikTok that went viral last week of a girl that's like, oh, yeah, you think you have it bad? Imagine your boyfriend breaking up with you to date Madonna. And it was literally like a picture. It was like the girl who used to date this guy who they're like the same age. And then all of a sudden now he's with Madonna.
Yeah, because Madonna's like, what, 65?
Like 65.
And the dude's 30.
So.
Yeah. But she is Madonna.
Yeah.
Movies this weekend, Twisters was number 1, Despicable Me 4 at 2, Inside Out 2 at 3, Long Legs at 4, A Quiet Place Day 1 was at number 5. I do want to see Twisters. That looks like it'd be pretty good.
I've heard it's good from people who have seen it already.
Yeah, it looks good. Swifties believe Taylor Swift sang a love letter to Travis Kelce on their first night apart, you guys.
Aww.
They start a 4-week long-distance romance. Travis checked into NFL training camp for a month, and she's still on the Eras Tour until August 20th. Friday night's acoustic surprises included a pair of love songs, Paper Rings and Stay, Stay, Stay. Taylor spliced the lyrics to create the impression she's ready any day now for Travis to propose. The lyrics became, I like shiny things, but I'd marry you with paper rings. That's right, you're the one I want. That's when you came in wearing a football helmet.
Oh.
Is those actual lyrics to her song?
I don't know that song, so I'd have to check.
I mean, that seems pretty blatant. Like, I'm ready to get married. Wink, wink.
Yeah, no wink. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not even a wink.
Exactly. And let's see what else we got. This is Ryan Tedder. He's talking about doing a song with Sabrina Carpenter. Ryan Tedder from One Republic, also a great songwriter.
Amazing.
We played some concerts together last Christmas, and we talked about in the hall passing. We were like, we should work together. Yeah. So we get Sabrina, if you're watching. See? Yeah. Right. You put it out there.
I'm telling you, that song would be so good. You know what people Ryan Tedder has made music for? Katy Perry, Tate McRae, obviously One Republic. Like the list goes on and on. Miley Cyrus, U2.
Yeah, he's a huge songwriter. Then he talks about he reveals he DM'd an artist. He DM'd an artist for 3 years. Let's figure out what he's talking about.
Some of it is me DMing one artist I'm working with. I DM'd her for 3 years because I'm so in love with her music and obsessed with her. And then finally, it's like, okay,
who is
I
it?
don't know if I can say.
Oh, sure you can say. Come on, you can.
All right. Well, one of my favorite artists in the world is Rosalia.
Oh,
who's Rosalia?
I don't know. That's a good question.
She's like a Spanish singer-songwriter.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, she has a couple good songs.
And in other dirt, let's see. We talked about this on Friday. Hello Kitty is not a cat. It is a little girl.
What? That's a bunch of bullcorn.
Well, I know. And Carson brought it up to me yesterday. He's like, Dad, did you know Hello Kitty is not a cat? And I said, I know. It's a little girl.
No.
What?
I say no. It's a cat.
I don't know how they justify
it's
that.
It's been a cat my whole life. She lives in a world where all of her friends are animals. Why would she be a little girl?
I don't know. Don't let it bother you. It's a fictional character. Bruce Springsteen has reportedly joined the Billionaires Club with a net worth of at least $1.1 billion. He sold his music catalog for $500 million in 2021, which means he no longer has the rights to his own song. So whoever owns it can license it for movies or commercials or whatever. And so apparently a good deal. Breakdancing is now an Olympic sport. Only 40% of Americans think that's cool. 31% say it's stupid, and 29% say they're not sure. I think the thing is like, okay, it is absolutely impressive. You watch people doing breakdancing, there's no question it's impressive. Mm-hmm. But I also watch people doing trigonometry, and that's impressive too. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it should be an Olympic sport. That's probably a bad comparison.
Yeah, because it's not
juggling. What about juggling?
Okay.
Should juggling be an Olympic sport?
Yes.
It's impressive. It's physical. But should it be an Olympic sport?
What about hobby horsing? That's another one that people are saying is a competitive thing.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this. You were gone for this last week. Remember, you weren't here for this.
What
somebody called in and they were telling the story. It's funny you bring that up. Because somebody said, I went to lunch with a new coworker.
Oh, I was here.
Oh, were you here for that one?
That was, yeah.
Yeah, and they had it on America's Got Talent last week. Somebody was hobby horsing as their talent on America's Got Talent. What is the beeping noise I hear in the background?
I think like a channel is coming through on our walkie-talkies. So yes, we do have a walkie-talkie system in our studio between between myself, Bailey, and Dave and Bond.
We're getting the truckers from the highway.
So yeah, we're trying to turn it off.
Okay. And that is it for The Dirt, brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices. Keyword, you're done for this hour, but we'll have another one next hour. But now that you entered, make sure that you answer your phone if you entered, because we could be calling you to get you your $1,000. Let's do this. That's Alex Warren. He's going to be here at the KDWB Space Needle Studio performing that tomorrow afternoon. Love to get you on the guest list. You and a friend come down to this radio station, see Alex Warren perform, get a little, a little selfie, maybe a little autograph, chat for a little while, and see her perform. Mm-hmm. If you want to do it, then call her number 10 right now at 651-989-KDWB. Mixtape game coming right up on KDWB, hosted by Mama Rhonda.
Bone Thugs and Harmony in concert at the St. Croix Casino Hurdle Amphitheater.
It's the Thuggish Ruggers Ball.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
It's the Thuggish Ruggers Ball.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, Friday, August 9th, outdoors. An all-ages show. Get your tickets now. Only $30 at GoPlayWin.com. Don't miss Bone Thugs and Harmony, August 9th at St. Croix Casino Hurdle Amphitheater. Get your tickets now at GoPlayWin.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.